Get over here!
Once, dragons and men coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom. A peace that lasted many generations. All that was lost when mankind disrupted this balance in a sudden onslaught. Man fought dragon in a savage war that shook the foundations of their world. This war was called the Scouring. Defeated and humbled, dragons vanished from the realm. In time, man rebuilt and spread his dominion across the land, and onto the islands beyond. A millennium has passed since those dark days ended. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. I am the Green Scorpion, and joining me today is my good friend. Say hello, man.
Hello. Oscar, I got chills from that, man. Great job.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Hey guys, I'm the ComicFoil. I'm Oscar's sidekick. You might have seen my name put under in some of the credits and stuff. I'm the co-writer for Green Scorpion's channel. Really great to finally be making a auditory appearance in his videos.
Yep. And yeah, so Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. Any of you who have been watching my channel, you guys know I did a 5-minute reflections on this recently, and I'm excited to play through this game because it is one of my favorite games of all time. I adore this game so much.
That's quite a statement, man.
It is, very much so. Now, we're going to go ahead and start a new game, and those of you who have played this game before know that there are 3 protagonists here, but we're going to start with Lyn because she's like the true start of the game.
Yeah, there's kind of like Lyn's story, and then Eliwood and Hector kind of have parallel stories. Mm-hmm. You basically do all the same stuff with them, but not really because Hector's story is better.
Yeah, it really is. Now then, a couple of things before we begin. We're going to be doing Lyn's story on hard mode for several reasons, which we're going to get into in a bit.
The first reason is that we are masochists.
Well, that's one way to put it. And we're also extremely impatient. In hard mode, the tutorials are disabled, so we can just go through at our leisurely pace.
Lyn's story isn't that hard. It will be fine.
No, it really isn't.
The famous last words, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, the second reason, and is also the reason why in the next part, like when we get into either Eliwood or Hector's story, I'm just gonna say this much, we're going into Hector's story.
Woo!
We're gonna play his story on normal mode. One, because, well, first of all, we have no choice. Second of all, because ComicFoil and I made a pact here.
A bloody, awful, dark pact.
Throughout this entire playthrough, we are going to forbid ourselves from restarting any chapters. And that means if we lose anyone, we can't restart the chapter and go back to get them. We're screwed if we lose a lot of people here.
It's gonna be rough, but you know, war is hell, man. War is hell.
War is very much hell. So, let's say, without further ado, let's get started.
Whoa, Lyn, careful with that. Jeez.
She's a swordsman, man. Alright. Okay, so we need to name ourselves.
I don't know.
Okay, so, funny thing, I tried to fit Scorpion in here.
Scorp?
It only allows 6 letters, so I can't put Scorpion. Scorp?
Yeah, Scorp, maybe.
Scorp? Okay, Scorp's fine.
I'm just saying, Comic fits in there just fine.
Do you wanna name him Comic?
Nah, well, yes, of course I do, but...
Let's do it. Comic.
Yay, I'm gonna be the tactician.
Yes, you are. There we go.
Dream come true.
What's your birthday, anyway?
July?
Uh-huh.
July 12th, actually.
Well, it doesn't matter. Alright then. Shall we get started?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Now, luckily, even though we're playing permadeath, Lynn's story kind of functions as the tutorial. Anybody who dies here will come back later in Hector's story, but it will mean that we'll have lost valuable experience with them.
Very much so, because they come back like with only default stats, right?
Which is not good enough.
No, it's not. So anyway, here we are introduced to our protagonist, Lynn, and... Okay, little funny thing here. You know how a lot of people, ever since Patrick and I did the top 20 Ultra Street Fighter 4 Ultra combos?
Yeah.
Like, people have been calling Ibuki as my waifu.
Yeah?
I'm going to say this much right now. Lynn in this game is my favorite character, my favorite female character in all of video games. I love Lindis
Does
so
that
much.
mean we're going to get a Lynn cosplay, Oscar?
No. Though, no, I'm not even gonna think about that. Let's just continue.
Lynn was just talking to me, man. What is going on here?
Well, what's going on is that we got bandits.
Oh man, this game's a little weird to me. In that it's the only Fire Emblem game, at least in America, that does, or no, in general, that actually speaks directly to you,
yeah,
talks
it does.
through the fourth wall at you. Like, that little green guy by Lynn down there, that's us.
Yeah,
that's me.
Yeah, let's just refer to it as you.
Yeah, so,
I don't mind playing second fiddle here.
Aw, thanks.
Alright, so here's the beauty of it. Normally there'd be, like, huge exposition and tutorial going on here. On hard mode, not the case.
Nah, forget that.
So we're just gonna go ahead and through this. Like, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll just take on these bandits as you were. She does give us a little bit of dialogue, just to, like... Honestly, like, there's no possible way you can lose this if you follow how the tutorial showed you in normal mode.
I mean, you still got, like, a 39% chance to hit you. Yeah, you see, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But right, she shows you, in the tutorial,
exactly.
She shows you how to use a vulnerary.
Bingo. So yeah, that's the reason why she was able to get hit so easily there. So what we do here is, like, we go here, we use a vulnerary, and we're good.
So even though we're not seeing the tutorial, we're actually...
kind of playing it, yeah.
Fulfilling the prophecy of the tutorial.
Very much so. Okay, so we got here Bata, the Beast, who...
He doesn't look that beastly. Well, his battle sprite looks pretty beastly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, he's got a weird crew cut going.
Don't all the bandits do?
Yeah, the bandits aren't the most fashionable fellows.
And there you go. And she should do the critical here. No!
No.
Usually you see the critical, usually you see the critical there. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Let's finish this off. And boom.
And Lynn takes her first 2 lives in what will be very many on this journey.
Very much so. Ooh, that's a
One
good
great
level
thing
up.
about Fire Emblem, like, those little +1s that appear, the level ups are, like, randomly generated.
Yeah, that's...
So, every playthrough feels different, even if you're using everyone.
Very much so, especially considering that you kind of get yourself attached to different characters every time. Alright, so, what say we go ahead and end this chapter off?
Yeah, take that gate, man.
And that was pretty much it. That's a tutorial chapter, guys. Like, this is just a prologue now that I think about it.
I think this chapter is actually called Prologue.
It's
not even chapter 1.
So yeah, like...
Oh, it's the next day.
We're not really gonna waste time, like, going through all the dialogue and everything. If you guys wanna, like, read it, you can pause the video or whatever, and, you know, all that jazz.
Or you can play the game, which is now on the Wii U shop channel.
Yes, in fact, that is how I am playing this. And, yeah, this moment right here. So, if you guys weren't reading it, Lynn's parents died in a bandit attack 6 months ago, so she's basically an orphan.
She's been living, like... Look at her. Like, look at her house. It's in the middle of nowhere, this little tent.
And I think I don't remember correctly. I don't think I remember this correctly, but if I'm correct, she's 19 years old.
I thought she was even younger than that because
she's between 17 and 19. I know that much.
Hector and Ellawood are 17.
Are they?
That for a fact.
In this game?
Yeah, because there's a mathematical reason why.
Oh wow. So, because I remember 18 or 19 with Lynn.
It could very well be.
But like, yeah, imagine that. Like, imagine being an orphan at that age in today's society. Forget it.
Man.
It's like being an orphan in today's society is hard enough. Imagine like being someone who comes from a tribe in the middle of the plains, pretty much miles away from like civilization.
Her parents left her a lot of stuff back there, though. That looks like some pretty nice chests and boxes.
Mm-hmm. But you and Lynn are making
Lynn
are making an agreement here.
Yeah.
She will be traveling with us. So that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you guys for joining us for the prologue of Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. In the next episode, we will be beginning our journey, which is going to be filled with happiness, excitement, and hopefully not, but most likely a lot of grief.
A lot of death.
This is gonna be an adventure.
There will be blood, there will be rage.
See you guys then. One,
2, 3, and
if I were a rich man. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum if I were a wealthy man. There you go.